Hey everyone, here we are for day 4 of the Feel Alive Challenge. As usual, I'm gonna wait for just a minute before we get going on today's practice, which I'm so excited about. So, hi, I see some folks joining in. Hello. Send me some hearts in the comments if you can hear me. I love hearts, and I always want to know that I can be heard. And let me know. Okay, I see a heart. Thank you. Amazing. And yeah, thank you to those of you who've joined repeatedly. You know, these little tiny practices and drop-ins into your soma, into your body, they add up. So this consistency, this dedication, this devotion is really, really powerful. And today we have a new practice. We're going to be doing some movement. I wanted to drop in first with a really brief, a moment of just stillness together in community as we feel how it feels to be humans in this world today. And we take a minute to just give ourselves some love as we all navigate the news and world events. There's so many things going on throughout the world that are really hard, that are hard to hear about, that we know people involved. We care for people involved, and it can really impact us on a personal level. And one way to help ourselves be able to help those who are in need is to care for ourselves. So some people may see this as being self-centered, but really being self-centered helps you be able to serve, helps you be able to be your best self, your brightest light, so that you can, donate, so that you can help, so that you can call the friends that you need to call and check in with, all of these things. So we're gonna drop in with that quickly, and then we're gonna move into, well, not quickly, a little bit slowly. And then we're gonna move into a somatic movement practice that's all about this style of movement that I want you to play with. And I wanna share with you a juxtaposition of how I used to teach versus how I teach now, and why they're both powerful and they're both good. But so that's what's coming today. So we have folks joining. I'm really happy about that. Just get yourself comfortable. If you hear sounds, I know the audio quality hasn't been amazing lately. My voice kind of sounds like it's talking into a tin can, I've noticed, so I apologize for that. I have a candle burning right now, and it has a flickering, like crackling wick. So if you can hear that, I love it. It makes me happy. So hopefully it's not bothering you. And you might hear my space heater like go on and turn off because it's so cold in my house. And so I have to have a space heater nearby to keep me warm. So take a minute to drop in with yourself, with your body. We've been talking a lot in this challenge about our bones. We've been talking about our skeleton. We've been talking about the fact that every single one of us has our own living skeleton inside of us. And it's yours. And it's not just dead bones, dead, dry bones. It's these alive, living, vibrant tissues that are inside of your body. So take a minute to just find a comfortable seat, whether it's on the ground like me, I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground, whether it's in a chair, if you're driving, of course, if you're walking, of course, you can still be here and you can still participate in this. You don't have to be seated, but it's helpful to just kind of be able to be present with yourself. And if you're not driving, then I invite you to slow down, to close your eyes, to shut down your eyes. Maybe put your hands somewhere on your body, maybe your heart in your belly, maybe on your thighs, and just feel, this is my body, this is my soma. I feel the weight of my hands on my body. Take a big deep breath and exhale anything that you've been dealing with or thinking about up until now. We've all had busy days. We're all in different time zones all over the world. You might be at the end of your day. Just breathe out and let it go. Anything up until now, just let it go. Feel those bones of yours, your bones. Feel your heavy hands on your skin of your legs or your heart or your belly. Feel that pressure, that place where your hands meet your body, where your body meets your hands, and just say hello. Hello, self. One more deep breath. And now let's just all scan our bodies for anywhere that feels any tension, any pain, any sorrow, any grief. This could be physical tension, like physical muscle tension, or physical bodily pain or discomfort that maybe you have no explanation for. Or maybe it is literally an emotion like grief, sadness, fear, anxiety about what you see on the news, sadness and devastation about what you see and hear about that's going on in the world. In this quiet moment, just scan your body and feel where that tension lives, that pain lives, or where any sadness may be living, or any grief. Where do you feel it? Is it in your heart, in your belly, anywhere else? I'm just going to be quiet for a moment while I let you scan your own body and just see if there's anything inside of you that wants to be noticed. We're all holding on to so much, so let's just scan our own bodies and just notice. When you find something, when you find some type of sensation, whether it's tension, pain, an emotion, I want you to breathe into that part of your body. Maybe even put your hands on it if it's available to you. If you can, put your hands on that part of your body, which is going to be different for all of us. I just want you to give it some love. I want you to tend to that part of your body like you would a small child. Maybe you can rock it. Maybe you can rub it like you would rub the back of somebody who's not feeling very well. You could also do little butterfly taps with your hands crossed. Or simply just hold and hug. And stay with it. This isn't about telling it to stop feeling that way. And it's not about asking questions about why it feels that way. It's just about being with it. And I don't know who's watching right now, but I know that there's somebody right now watching with me and doing this with me. And so I know that I'm in community. I'm not alone. I belong with you. I belong with me. I belong with my body. And I'm giving my body and my emotions and my tension and my tightness and my discomfort that love and compassion that it needs. So just stay with it. Stay with yourself. notice that as you stay with yourself, you might notice just a tiny bit of softening. Just a tiny bit of softening. Just a tiny bit of comfort or release that allows you to just feel a little bit different, to shift just a little bit. So celebrate that. And just say, thank you, body. I'm with you. I've got you. We've got each other. Coming back to your center again and again and again. Coming back to any feelings that you have again and again and again will help you get to know yourself. And from there, you have power. That is where your power lies, is within. And from here, this is where we can do our best work. So take one more deep breath into yourself, knowing that we're doing this in community right now. There's power in this work. This is how we do our tiny, tiny parts to help heal ourselves and to help heal each other and to help heal this world. So with that, if your eyes were in fact closed, just gently open them. And we're going to move into our movement practice after we take just a tiny minute to go, Gah! Hello, 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 here we are. Chew. I hope that felt good. I hope that felt calming. To me, it felt really good. So thank you for participating with me. As I said, we're going to be playing with some movement today, and our somatic practice is a grounded, feminine movement. And this isn't about gender. So if you do not identify as female, if you identify as a male, whatever your gender identity, there are different types of energy. And some people really don't like referring to this as masculine and feminine energy. I like it, but moving forward, I'm just gonna refer to it as an energy, this feminine energy, that we tend to not have so much in our planet right now. There's been a real drawing away from the feminine energy and into the other kind of polar opposite energy, which you could call masculine energy, you could call yang energy, you could call it all sorts of things, solar energy, whatever it is, versus the feminine yin lunar energy. Again, whatever you want to call it. But this yang masculine energy that has really taken over our world right now, and it's so enticing, and it's also wonderful. We need it. We need to have a balance though. And many of us don't have a balance. Many of us have more of this overdrive, excessive, stimulated, go, 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 hustle, work hard, go energy. And there's a lot less of this soft, slower, fluid, earthy, grounded, feminine energy. And I used to really love being called, I had a few names back in the day. I had a few names people called me, little nicknames that I thought were really fun and funny, and I still love them. People used to call me the butt doctor because, not because I'm a proctologist, but because I loved working the glutes and like helping people safely work their core till it burned. And it's like, oh yeah, I would love it. I would get a thrill from teaching a fitness class because I taught lots of group fitness classes back in the day when I had a company and a brand called Femme Fusion Fitness. And I loved it when my group fitness classes, people would leave sweaty and like, I can barely walk. My legs hurt so bad. Like we would do these kind of hardcore, sometimes, hardcore sets of like squats and like lunges and these different, of course we balance it with hip circles and fun and dance and all of that. but I loved it when people would feel this burn. And there's power in that. There's power in feeling a burn. It's great to feel a burn sometimes, but the problem comes when that burn and that action and that go is never balanced by anything else, when it's never balanced by the slowness, the softness. And the same thing happens when we're working and treating our pelvic health or any health challenge or any life thing that we're trying to do. When we only go, when we only hustle, when we only learn and take in new information, and oh my gosh, if one set of these is better, then I might as well do it 3 times a day because I know that's better. And if I can do this exercise for just longer or learn more or get more tools and more apps downloaded on my phone to help me through this healing process, and if I can ask more experts and get more coaching and get more guidance, I'll be better. And in most cases, that's not true. That's actually very counterproductive. And it is so unappealing and unenticing to sell what I'm trying to sell these days, which is slowness and softness and balance. Balancing all of that with coming within. That's a hard sell because people don't want to do it. They're like, oh my gosh, slowing down. And I hated slowing down. I really hated it. I used to get really mad when I'd go to a workout class and the instructor incorporated breaks. I hated it. I was like, I came here for a workout. I'm not here for a break. I can do a break on my own. But I never did a break on my own. I never did. And so now I see the value in classes and instruction that incorporates rest, that incorporates slowness, that incorporates breaks. And I just can tell you from personal experience and from working with so many clients all over the world that this is the missing link, is holding things a little more lightly, holding things a little more softly, doing things sometimes a little more slowly. We need that balance. It's not always slow, but there's a balance, and finding that balance and finding it for yourself because everyone's different. So that's where this grounded, feminine, fluid, slow, soft movement's coming in. And that's what we're going to do right now. So if you are in your comfy place, let's do this. I'm so excited for this because movement is my medicine and it's my love. And we've done some really cool things so far. We've done tapping it alive on day 1. We've done breath work, like breathing into our bodies, feeling our bodies from within. We've done, what did we do yesterday? Oh, we've done some pelvic rocking. We've done some pelvic circles. We've done pelvic massage. Oh my gosh, how could I forget that? That was yesterday. That was so good. But movement is my juice. So I don't have music. I thought the music would not maybe translate to my phone. So just know that if you're going to join me today, it's so much better with music. So when you do this on your own, put on a song, just one song that you love, and maybe a slower song, some kind of slower song that really gets you going, and do one song with this type of slow, gentle movement and just see what happens. So begin maybe in a comfy position. If you're in a chair or on a couch, hey, you can do this too, that's fine. But I'm seated. I don't know if you can see me. Let's see. Here I am. I'm just gonna pull my, those are my legs. I have my legs like out in front of me. But you can be however you want to be. But it's nice to have your legs out in front of you if you can, in any position. Maybe they're, whatever. They can be bent. It doesn't matter. But just know that my legs are kind of out in front of me. And if you want to join me, you can do that too. And I want you to begin actually with your feet. And a lot of us have very crunchy, tight feet. Many of us wear shoes all day. Sometimes the shoes are tight. And uncrunching, unsticking your feet is really powerful. So take a minute to just feel into your feet. Hopefully you're in a position where you can be nice and tall and lifted. You're not super slumpy, slouched. It's important for your pelvic health to be tall and lifted. So really grow tall and find a comfy position for your legs where you can feel your feet. And hopefully you can take off your shoes if you're wearing shoes. Maybe even give yourself a quick little foot massage, the soles of your feet. And then make tiny little micro movements, so slow, of your toes. Like you're just doing tiny little curls of your toes. And then tiny little spreads of your toes. Nothing crazy, just tiny. So tiny. Whatever you're doing now, make them even tinier, slower. This is the hardest, most challenging work I'm ever going to ask you to do, is to slow down. Anybody can rush out a set of exercises that they're not even thinking about, that they just kind of do and go through the motions, just get it done. Anybody can do that. It takes a special embodied person. It takes a grounded person. It takes a present person, which you all are, you're doing right now, to slow down, to be with yourself. So right now we're doing these tiny little micro movements of the feet. Breathing into the space in between the bones of your feet. Feel as if your feet were in warm sand on the beach. And maybe you can make those movements a little bit bigger now, but make them slow, like you're luxuriating with your feet kind of swirling around and moving in the sand. Many of us know that feeling. If you don't know that feeling, you can imagine the sense of your feet in a bathtub of water, or your feet in a foot bath of water, just sort of like, ooh, just luxuriating in the feel. So let's just do that for one more breath. Really feel those feet. Uncrunch your crunchy, stuck feet. And now we're going to go to the complete opposite end of the body, remembering that it's all connected, and the pelvic bowl, the pelvic area, is in the middle of it all. The exact smack dab middle of it all is your pelvic bowl. So we just micro moved those feet. Let's micro massage and move that jaw. Relax your eyeballs if you can. It's actually, I really hate that cue to relax. I always feel totally unrelaxed when someone tells me to relax. So just soften, like slack. Slack your eyes. Soften your eyes. Soften your mouth. Soften your nose. And gently massage your jaw. And then come down to your neck and just gently massage your neck. And then take a tiny minute to just kind of lift your head, like you're lifting it straight up. Feel that space and that energy. Oof. And now we'll move our attention and our awareness down to our pelvic bowl, down to the bones, the inside of the bones of our pelvis. And if you want more on the bones and the organs, go back to yesterday's replay, day 3 of this challenge. So feel that pelvic bowl and feel the heaviness of your pelvic bowl, almost like you were sitting with 2 rocks that are like weighing you down. And those 2 rocks are your sitting bones, your butt bones, your ischial tuberosities, right there. Butt bone. That's what you're sitting on, is your butt bones. Right here. Those are your butt bones. And feel them like 2 heavy rocks on your seat, on the ground, wherever you may be. And feel that weight. Maybe right now your legs are crossed if you're seated on the ground, or maybe you're seated up on the edge of a pillow or a yoga blanket. And from here, I want you to begin with really fluid, small movements. We can begin just with a little nod of our head, very slow, and breathe If you wish to close your eyes, I think that's best because then you can really come in. So all I'm doing is just really slowly nodding my head up and down. Nothing crazy. It's more just about feeling the neck area, feeling the shoulders. I just noticed that my right shoulder was crunched up toward my ear. I don't want it to be. And so I'm saying, okay, body, soften that right shoulder. Me doing that neck motion allowed me to really notice my shoulder. So what do you notice in your body? And then bring it into little circles. So now I'm drawing a tiny circle. My hands are on my knees. I'm sitting cross-legged. My hands are on my knees, and I'm doing a little tiny circle of my heart. Like I'm circling my heart above my pelvis. So hopefully you can do this with your eyes closed. Just know that I'm circling my heart above my pelvis, and I'm going slow. And now I'm going even slower. So if you're joining me, whatever you're doing, let's move even a little bit slower. Breathing. And switching it up, go the other way. This isn't about being perfect and doing the exact same number each direction, but I do want you to slowly circle your heart the other direction, and we're gonna go about the same number, but again, I'm not counting reps. So tiny motions. And we're about to go free form, so just prepare yourself that this is just us kind of warming up together. So moving forward, I'm gonna give you some suggestions, but you are welcome to do whatever you want to make it look very different from me or the same, whatever you wanna do. But go ahead and wrap up your little heart circles and come back up to the middle. And just take a moment to feel in your body. Take a moment to send love to your body through your strong, centered body. You can send love to the world, love to a loved one, love to a part of the world that you're worried about or that you're thinking about, peace. You can just send it out through the even just tiny bit of centering that we've already done. It's so much more effective, so much more effective. Maybe you want to focus that peace and that love on your own health and healing. Just take a tiny minute to feel that centeredness and send it to you or send it out. Either way is beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to spend about 5 minutes doing a more free form movement. And I'm gonna show you a few suggestions and I'm gonna let you just do whatever one you wanna do, okay? So a few suggestions are, you could do exactly what we just did, those heart circles, where my pelvis is like it's like a rock or 2 rocks. My sitting bones are like rocks, heavy rocks, and my heart is circling around it. And you can go, both directions. You can start swirling like a little figure 8 like this. So my shoulders are kind of swirling like a figure 8. You can swirl your body like a figure 8, go back and forward and then come through the middle and go back and around on the other side. You could do movements with your hands where you are doing everything I just showed, the circles, the swirls, whatever, but you're really, let's see, can I show you this? You're really using your hands on your legs and really feeling your body as you move. There's no one who said you had to keep your hands stuck like this as you're doing your circles. Oh, I'm doing it right. That's not a rule. Do whatever you want to do. Feel your legs. feel your body, like whatever you want to do. You could move like this. You could move in waves where you are actually touching your body as you move in a wave. I'm going to show you that now. So you could move like you are diving underneath a fence. So this is kind of a circle this way. It's like you're diving underneath a fence and then coming up and circling back. And I have a candle behind me. I had to be sure I'm not being burnt on my shirt. So diving under the fence, inhaling, and then it feels real good to me to exhale as I circle back. Inhale as I dive under the fence, and exhale, circle back. Another thing you can do is simply just bring your arm up overhead, one arm, so I have one hand on the ground and one hand overhead, and just sort of circle it around, circle your wrist, maybe side bend. See, there's no rules. You could do whatever you want. I've just given a few suggestions, and I'd like for us to join together as a group. If you're in a place where you could do this with me right now, then let's do it together. So we're gonna do it for, I'd say we'll probably end up doing it for about 3 minutes. I'm going to say a few things as we go, but just know that whatever movements I'm doing, it's not because you have to follow me. I'm just doing them because otherwise I'm just sitting here looking weird. So I'm gonna model this feminine, fluid, soft, slow movement, and I'll give you just a few cues as we go that you can take or leave, okay? So let's do it. If I had music right now, I would push play. If you have music that you love on another device, push play. All right, get comfortable. Take a deep breath in and out. I love to do a verbal or like a audible exhale. Feel those soft feet, feel soft knees, soft hips, soft upper body, soft neck, soft jaw, soft face. And start moving in any way that feels good. And breathing. And I want you to just know that this time is a time for you to really be present. It's a gift for yourself to be present in your body as you move. This is how you develop a relationship with yourself. And this relationship with yourself is what builds trust in yourself so that you can self-resource, self-regulate, stay with yourself when things are hard so that you can be strong inside and out. Breathing, always breathing. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to your body. Don't beat yourself up about your mind wandering. Just try to come back and go slower. The slower you go, the more you can feel. So take it slow. Take it even slower. And notice if there's a body part that wants to move differently, or maybe lift up, or maybe stretch back. Follow the impulse of your body, not the instructions of your mind or the instructions of me. Follow the impulse of your body. It is always talking to you. Always telling you what needs to be moved and stretched next. Breathe with it. If there's any body part that you'd like to wake up, you can tap it. If there's any body part that's like, oh, I didn't know that was in there, you can touch it and just be with it. Breathing into it. You might notice that your beautiful flowing circles or swirls have turned into something that's kind of weird looking, and that's totally okay. Just breathe. And stay with yourself for a little bit longer. This is just an intro to this practice, but I want you, if you are feeling this with me, I want you to feel how delicious it actually can feel to be slow, and then even slower, and then even slower still in your body. Feel that deliciousness and feel your cells singing and lighting up. Feel your heart waking up. And from this place of feeling good, this is where so much healing happens. This is where you can celebrate. This is where you can feel gratitude for something in your life that's going great, something or someone or something that you're wanting to call in. You can bring that now. Bring it in now. Bring it. Oh, that feels good. Oh, I am grateful. I am glad to be alive today. Bring it in. I do have faith. I do have hope. I do know that things can change. I know things are hard, and I know things can get better. Go slow. Slow down even more for our last 10 seconds. Slow down even more and just feel. And then slower than you ever thought you could go, come back to center. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly if that's available to you. And just take a minute to breathe and be in quiet with me. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, just very gently, slower than you ever thought you could go, slowly and gently, flicker open your eyes like a little baby bird. I don't know why a baby bird came to my mind, but it did. A little baby bird, just opening its eyes. And hands to your heart, a little gentle bow to yourself and to each other. Oh my gosh, there was a squirrel. There was a squirrel at my door. Sorry, that just really made me, that was so sweet. He was just looking in my door of my office. That was so sweet. The squirrel was joining us too. See, this stuff works. It's like you can, I've done a lot of work with this, and I can just really feel the power in my body. I felt it heal me on a cellular level. I know you can feel the same thing. If you haven't felt it yet, if you still are like, I'm not seeing the benefits here, I just encourage you to keep practicing. This work is powerful. It changes you. It changes your health. It changes your confidence. And I do believe that it changes the world to be a self-centered, not like selfish, but like self-centered, centered in yourself, human. It's what this world needs as we're moving away from, we're moving toward selfishness and moving away from self-centeredness. And it's scary. It's scary. And we want to help. We are good people. Most of us are the vast majority of the world is an amazing, incredible, beautiful human who just wants to help themselves and help others. And I really believe that the way to make the world a better place and to also deal with some of the things that we just can't control that are going on in this world is to be a self-centered person, centered in yourself. And so these practices, this slowness, even though we all want the hardcore workout, even though we want the burn, and sometimes the burn is good, but we need to balance it with more of this. So I'm your girl if you want to work more on this. And hey, I'll still do a burn now and then, but I do love this. And it takes practice to really feel it, but I hope you will. I want to let you know that tomorrow tomorrow is day 5 of this challenge. I'm going to do a 15-minute live Q&A about my new offering, which is called The Collective. It's an amazing group that's all about this work. I'm going to do a 15-minute live Q&A, and then we're going to do a somatic shaking practice 2 ways. Somatic shaking 2 ways. It's super fun, and it's going to be a really fun way to end this challenge. So I hope you'll join me for all of it. Join me at the beginning. Just be there for a 15-minute Q&A. I'm going to cap it at 15 minutes because I know we all want to get to the movement. So that's what's happening tomorrow, is somatic shaking 2 ways, a live Q&A about The Collective, my brand new membership community that's all about somatic work and how it applies to healing our bodies and healing our pelvic health and helping our pelvic health, I should say. So I do want to read to you a quick statement from one of my collective members, and then I'll see if there's any questions or comments that are in the chat. But I'm going to read this to you. It's from one of my collective members. You can join right now if you are interested. This community, The Collective, I believe in everything that I have. Every course, every program, every product that I have, every YouTube video that I have for free, I believe in all of it. And this new collective community is so special to me. It's really where I feel my energy and attention going, is The Collective and my hands-on in-person work that I'm doing with real humans in Bend, Oregon. That's what I feel really so called to put my energy into right now in my heart. And so this is from one of my collective members. If you're interested, briannegrogan.com/collective. And this is from Cassandra. She says, so this is kind of a note to me, but it's really like a testimonial and her story, and I thought it would apply to you. So anyone listening, just take a listen to this. She says, I've mentioned before that I've dealt with chronic pelvic pain for about 7 months. I tried doctors, specialists, medications, supplements, pelvic physical therapy, acupuncture, massage therapy, and traditional therapy, but I felt stuck. That's not to say these methods didn't help. They absolutely did. And what I learned in physiotherapy has been invaluable, but I hit a plateau and I felt stuck. I did the Body Magic Challenge, which, by the way, you can catch the replay of that in the link in my bio. You can actually purchase the replay of that for $22. It's awesome. I love Body Magic. So check the link in my Instagram profile for more about Body Magic. You're not going to have to purchase replays of this. I'm going to keep the replays of this somatic challenge on my Instagram and YouTube forever for free. But anyway, Cassandra says, I did the Body Magic Challenge because I thought, why not? I'd been following your videos and could see your passion for helping women overcome pelvic health challenges. You've always come across as so genuine to me. I felt like if screaming from the rooftops about mind-body healing would get more people on board, you'd do it in a heartbeat. Truth. Body Magic helped me Body Magic helped me feel way less fearful of movement and trying to drop into my body for the first time. From there, I explored somatic movement, mind-body healing, and pain psychotherapy, realizing the answer to my healing was within my body. Avoiding the pain and sensations was the opposite of what I needed to do. Instead, I had to notice and feel it to show my mind I was safe. I joined the collective to learn more about somatics and embodiment. I've tried everything else, and joining felt low risk. I could always opt out after a month if it wasn't helpful, but I ended up loving it. Everyone was so welcoming and supportive, and I felt safe to share because it's a community of women who've all experienced pelvic health issues. It was such a contrast to other support groups which had started to feel toxic and discouraging for me. The collective is always positive and solution focused. Even when others didn't have answers, it's uplifting to feel seen and heard. I found Soma flows and celebration circles especially helpful when I'm anxious and discouraged. They often shift my mindset. They're also low pressure. If I don't feel like moving, I can lay on the floor if I want. If I don't want to share in the celebration circle, I can just listen, and there's never any judgment. It's unfortunate to admit that so many people see this as woo-woo, or they're too busy to try dropping into their bodies. But we already do this on a smaller scale. Like when you shift on the couch just a little bit because you feel sore, your body tells you it's uncomfortable and you listen by moving. So I love that. Again, it was a message to me, but she gave me permission to share this story with anyone who might be on the fence about, like, what is the value of this somatic work? What is the value? Why should I care? Well, you don't have to do anything, but if you're still watching, it probably means that you do have an interest and you do have an open mind to, hey, maybe this is part of my solution. I've tried all the stuff that's out there and I'm completely overwhelmed and I feel lost and alone and I just want to feel better. And this doesn't work overnight. Has been my experience. It's been my experience that this slow medicine doesn't work overnight, but it changes you on a, I just almost wanted to use an expletive there, but I'm not. I'm keeping this PG. It changes you on a cellular level. It changes you physiologically. It changes you from the inside out. And I don't know. I mean, I'm proof. If anyone has been with me over the years, you've seen me evolve, and I still have so much evolution to do, but this embodiment work, this somatic work, this is what is changing me, my health. I feel better. I feel more vibrant. I'm 44 and I'm feeling better than I did when I was much younger. I'm feeling more connected. I'm feeling more sensual. I'm feeling more alive. I'm feeling so much more confident and powerful. And if I have pelvic symptom flares, because sometimes I do, I am not scared. I know exactly what to do, and then it goes away. So it's powerful stuff. And thanks for listening. Okay, tomorrow is Somatic Shaking 2 Ways, and I'm going to see if there's any... Okay, I'm just going to look at a few of the comments here. So I don't know if y'all are still on, but Karen, who is... Yeah, this is Karen, who's part of the collective. The collective just opened to the public. Before, it was only open to members of my academy program. So anyway, Karen says, loved this slow practice and I feel so centered now. I was able to be more compassionate to my partner this morning after he irritated me. We can all relate to that. Thank you, Karen, for sharing. Nick78 Hunter says, always amazing. I can feel a lovely warm glow inside. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh, we all need more of that. Chateau Pixie says, slowing down really settles the body and mind to notice what's happening within the body, sending all positive energy and love, sending those vibrations into the universe. Yeah. And that's what, I mean, we started off this practice today. I don't see any other messages. If there was anything I missed, please send me a DM. But we started off this practice dropping in and just noticing in our body where we might feel the pain, the heaviness of the world right now, and then tending to ourselves with love. And that softens us, which allows the energy to flow and allows the, however you wish to think of it, the prayers, the vibes, the energy, the love to send out to the world in such a more powerful way. And so we do this for us and we do this for the world, because right now the world is crying. The world is crying and the world needs us, and the world needs us to be our healthiest selves. So I just hope this, will help you and help the world. Hey, this brings world peace, I'm telling you. So thank you. I'll see you tomorrow for day 5. You can always catch the replays on my Instagram profile or on YouTube. I'm posting them there as well. Body Magic Challenge, you can purchase that for $22. My collective membership is now open to any woman. It is for women. So I'm sorry if you're watching and you are not a woman. It is for women. So it's a community for women. So that's open now, briannegrogan.com/collective. And of course, I always have my amazing foundational programs, Lift for prolapse relief and Overcome pelvic pain for women, which are so powerful for helping you to just understand the foundations of your body, how to take care of it. It's a little less woo-woo than what you just went through. And it's very important to know that foundational stuff. And I think if you're still with me now, it's also important to bring in a little bit of the magic as well. So thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.